we'd like to welcome you to our public production of the one-act play this year called The Living Dolls. I think you'll enjoy our performers showing you what used dolls look like in a used toy store. We would like to particularly thank Caleb Cleveland this afternoon as he is filling in today for Jacob Williams in the part of the Trooper. So now sit back and enjoy The Living Dolls.
Well, another day has begun. I hope today's a good one.
It's always a good day for you if you get to dance.
I am a ballroom Barbie. I live to dance.
What about me? Life as a flapper in the 1920s was the bee's knees for a girl like me.
Trixie, you weren't even alive in the 1920s. The manufacturers didn't even make you until the 1950s.
Keep your voice down, will you? Some customer might hear you. And no child is going to want a doll only made 50 years ago.
Oh, relax. All the customers in the store are in the front of the store. The only people who come back here are collectors or little old ladies looking for dolls for their own nostalgic memories.
Ew. Remember Linda, that mermaid doll? When she was sold, she got wrapped in that plastic box before she even left the store. I still have nightmares. Trapped in that plastic box with people staring at her.
Dolls don't sleep.
I can have daytime nightmares.
Whatever. I think about her too. I sure don't want to end up on a shelf gathering dust.
Me too. I wish I was like that ballerina doll up there in the front window. She's so beautiful and so new.
Don't look at her. If she sees us watching, she'll know we're jealous, and then you know what happens.
Yeah, she comes dancing back here, showing off. Oh well, we were new ones too. We just weren't so splashy about it.
Breeze, here she comes.
Oh, isn't she just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
Forget it, man. Ballerinas are the worst. They only care about one thing, their art.
And besides, a dancer, she's way down on the social scale. Think about your image.
I'm thinking more of me lonely house in the Scottish Highlands.
You've never been to Scotland. How can you even think of that?
It says on the box, Matt, right from his house in the Scottish Highlands.
Well, it says on my box that I come from the gentle climate of the South. Does this look like the Gulf Coast to you?
None of it expected to be here. No one expected to be in the used toy section of Chicago's toy store. I'd much rather be in the jungle.
I was gonna ask you about that, lad. How is it that Tarzan is so well spoken?
My name is not Tarzan. It's Everett. And me and Belle here were owned by the children of a college professor.
That is correct. Well, my language has always been impeccable. Everett here, who changed his name from Tarzan, by the way, had to pay close attention to pick up all of his learning. Isn't he wonderful?
He's wearing lion skin and long underwear. What's so wonderful about that?
Don't tell me you haven't felt it's chilly back here. Yeah, it might be warm up there for the new toys in the new part of the store, but back here, it gets a little drafty. Man's gotta protect himself.
I have plenty of petticoats to keep me warm. But don't tell me a mantis yourself isn't aware of the cold. I mean, after all.
It's true. I do notice a wee bit of a draft in the lower region. Maybe I'll give you some of that fine long underwear.
What, you think girls will like you better if you get some?
What's the matter? Has it worked for you?
Well, as a matter of fact,
That is where you are wrong. I find it very attractive to find a man who will take care to protect himself from the cold.
You mean
yes, being together so long, me and Belle have fallen in love.
We have so much in common, you know.
so much in common? What could a man from the jungle and a southern belle have in common?
Well, she likes my Tarzan yell.
I think he is such a sweet fella. My only objection is that his hair is prettier than mine.
This gives me hope. It really does.
Hope for what? That one day your hair will be better than mine?
Of course not, Everett. He means that he's looking for a lady he loves. We are an inspiration to him. Right, Mac?
Or a cautionary tale. I'd have thought cowboys were more your type, not junglemen.
I tell you, there's nothing like the life of a cowboy. Riding the range, working cattle, living under the stars.
I can't imagine a life like that. Do they have ranges in Kansas? Because that's where I'm from, and that's where I'd like
just love me.
But my last child was a wonderful one, and she loved all the adventures that I had in the Land of Oz. I don't think I want to be a cowboy.
Don't let them fool you. You aren't so great. How come you've already gone through 2 owners? They can't stand you.
Nah, they grew up. And by the way, what are you? Some kind of butler in that fancy suit?
Oh, don't pick on him. I think your suit is very nice. What's your name?
My name is Ryan, and I'm a corporate lawyer doll.
A corporate what? Who ever heard of a corporate lawyer doll?
I don't think I ever have. But then again, things in the Land of Oz are pretty confused. You, look a little like the Wicked Witch of the West. Although, she wasn't a very nice person.
I'm not a witch, and I'm not a cowboy, so try to deal with it. I'm sure some child will want me.
Hold up a minute, partner. You mean you ain't been owned by anyone before? What you doing in the youth section then?
Yeah, all of us dolls are here because we were already owned by a child, and we hoped to be owned by another one.
I was owned by one little boy, but he didn't appreciate me, so I spent a lot of time on the shelf.
You mean he thought you was boring?
No, too sophisticated.
Well, the last girl that owned me loved the Land of Oz, but she lost my little dog Toto. So now I feel all alone.
Well, you'd never be alone with all the cows and the horses that a cowboy has. We should try it sometime.
But we have no idea how to be cowboys.
Yeah, we're the dolls we are, and there's no way to change that.
Don't be so sure. I think I can turn you guys into a couple of cowboys.
I said we don't want to be cowboys.
Now, boys, let's not get into a battle over it.
You guys looked around this place. It's the perfect place to have a battle.
I agree, but you're not gonna get very far with an old gun like that. You need a more modern weapon like mine.
I don't need your weapons at all. Have you seen those rafters? I can throw my whip around them and swing anywhere in the room. I'll beat those Nazis.
Nazis? We're not fighting Nazis. We're protecting the perimeters of our country.
You're both wrong. We're fighting the evil empire and their Death Star.
Death Star? Sounds exciting. Which star is it and how do we get there?
We need the Air Force for that. I doubt even NASA's been to the Death Star.
The Death Star isn't a naturally occurring thing. It was built by my emperor and his henchmen.
Your emperor? Then you're on the side of this Death Star?
I think you better turn that weapon over to me until we get some answers here.
I'm not working with the emperor anymore, and I'm not turning my weapon over to you.
Well, I'm certainly not surrendering to you.
I'm confused. Who is fighting who and what side am I supposed to be on?
Well, if you take a look at your box, it typically explains it.
I'm a G.I. Joe dog. My dog box says that I'm committed to defending the United States of America.
Well, I got the bigger guy over here. I'm a stormtrooper who's abandoned the empire in order to fight with them and their Death Star.
And I'm an Indiana Jones doll. It is my job to find valuable items while fighting the evil forces like the Nazis to keep them safe.
Looks like we're all ready for a fight, just not the same fight.
I have the bigger fight, so we can go with that one. And we better stick together because we'll be stronger that way.
Nothing's more important than keeping treasure and artifacts away from Nazis.
I can't leave for either of those fights. I have to protect my country.
Well, we gotta fight this. We have to figure out a fight and stick with it.
That's easy. I'm sure we can defeat the Nazis. I choose them.
I don't dance to someone else's tune.
Trixie, what are you doing? There's no music.
A true flap of the 1920s does not need music. She just moves instinctively to the beat.
A few more moves like that and you're gonna hurt something important.
I can't hurt myself unless I fall off the shelf.
Or you don't stop that and somebody pushes you off.
You know, I've heard about all of this jealous attitude of yours.
Me, jealous of you, ballroom Barbie?
I am by far the better dancer. You're supposed to sit on the shelf and look good. I'm supposed to look good and make all the moves.
Stop before you shake your wig loose.
Okay, that's it. No Barbie is going to insult me or my dancing. You know they take all the wigs that they can't use on the flapper dolls and use them on Barbies.
Why, you know what? I am too old and too dignified to get into a fight. Look at my franchise.
Oh, so there's a hold your temper Barbie out there. Okay, I can be nice if you can. So, if we're not going to fight, what is there for us to do?
Well, we can switch ourselves up so that we appeal to kids instead of old collectors.
You really think there's hope that some child is going to want to come along and buy dolls like us?
Oh, sure. I don't know how any child can pass up a doll like you in that cool dress and those wonderful feathers in your
that turn? Well, it's something.
I think I learned a better way of fighting.
If I sit on this shelf much longer, I am going to explode. That I can tell you.
Okay, let's try using the power of positive thought.
The power of positive thought? What is that?
I heard all about it from that psychiatrist doll here last week. You just think really hard for that thing that you want, and the positive power will get it for you.
Barbie, isn't that the same psychiatrist doll that was bought by a pet owner for his dog to chew? You're going to take advice from her.
Just try it, will you?
Okay, what do we have to do?
You put your fingers to your head and you concentrate really hard on the thing you want.
So like this, you mean? Now all I do is wish really hard?
Just watch how I do.
You look like you're going to lay an egg.
Be quiet, will you? I'm thinking of a little girl who will buy me because I'm the most beautiful Barbie of all.
Okay, I'm thinking of being bought by a child who loves to dance and have fun.
Hush.
How long does this take?
Long enough for me to resist the temptation to do this.
Ow! Well, this isn't working. I certainly didn't wish for that.
I hope somebody from the north buys you and someone from the south buys me. That way I'll never have to see you again.
Yeah? Well, I don't even want to go to the south. It's nicer down there.
I'm telling you, you should look real wild down where I come from. It's so much nicer in the south.
For the last time, you don't come from the South. You were created in a doll factory, probably here in Chicago.
Leave her alone. She likes to think she's from the South. It makes her happy. Plus, you have a pretty heavy accent for someone that's never been to Scotland.
It says on me box.
Yes, we know. But it says on my box that I come from Atlanta, the heart of the South.
And it says on my box, I come from the deepest jungle in Africa. Let's just leave our little dreams alone. Okay?
Fine by me. I have bigger things to worry about than where you come from. I need to find myself a wife, the love of my life.
Well, unfortunately, you are somewhat limited about the fact that we are stuck here on this shelf. How many qualified girls are you going to meet back here?
Yeah, I don't see too many women dolls over here. I do see a 20s flapper doll over there and a Barn Barbie. Maybe one of them?
Not a chance. I need someone who's young and can do the Highland fling and flanking. Those two look a little old and shop worn.
Well, if that ain't a typical man, criticizing a woman because she isn't in her first bloom of youth, as I am.
Yes, you are, dear. And I don't know if you can be talking that. You're not near your prime either.
I'm in me prime. I want a woman who's young and beautiful like me.
Well, there's always one of the other dolls. Take a look around.
Maybe one of them soldiers will do.
No, not even if there was a woman over there. I don't think I could give me heart to a woman with a gun very easily.
You're just thinking of the ballerina, and I think you had better forget about her. She's way out of your league.
It is very possible that poor old Mac here will live his life alone forever.
I'll find her a wife. Just you wait and see. All I have to do is convince all the women to know what a young and handsome man I am. And then they'll come running. Well, except for the two old dancers. And I'll have to have my crossbow to hold them off.
I wouldn't get it out just yet, Mac. I don't exactly see a lot of people running in this direction. But of course, don't give up hope.
No, I just give up hope.
What you do to catch bells, I'm desperate enough for that.
Oh, that's easy. Everett has a built-in maiden call. Go ahead, Everett, show him.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's it. That's what made you fall in love with him.
That's it. It was even before he changed his name from Tarzan to Everett. I hear that call and it makes my heart flutter.
You should try it, Mac. You never know.
Right. I should stand here in the middle of my shelf and yodel like a wolf wearing long underwear.
You are failing to grasp how wonderful our relationship really is. But it only becomes so after we've known each other for some time.
Yes, and that could be a problem for you, Mac. You're looking a little old and shop-worn yourself. And I don't see too many dolls here, except...
I already told you, I'm not going after a couple of overage dancers.
Well, there's always Dorothy.
I don't know, though. Shop warn yourself. When did the Wizard of Oz come out again?
Okay, if you'll stop nagging, I'll listen to you about being a cowboy.
Yeah, I can spend a little while listening. What's it take to be a cowboy?
Yippee! You won't be sorry. So let's see, where should we start with you two?
Whoa, easy there, Tex. Like we said, we'd listen. We didn't say we convert.
I think we should all settle down. All right, Tex, give us your best sales pitch.
Well, first off, y'all are dressed the wrong way. Dorothy, you gotta lose the apron in that basket. And Ryan, lose the suit.
But these are proprietary articles of clothing for a corporate lawyer, doll.
It is very nice, but it's also very stiff. I can't imagine that it's comfortable.
Of course it ain't comfortable. Come on, corporate, loosen up a little bit. Take off that tie, and for Pete's sake, why do you still have the jacket on?
Well, although they are the prescribed articles of clothing, they aren't very comfortable, I do have to admit.
Well, why didn't you say so before? Took off the tie and jacket and unbutton the button too. I feel much better without that heavy apron on. What's next, Tex?
Well, now y'all gotta learn to walk like a cowboy does. You gotta walk around in your boots and spurs and you wear your 6 guns around your hips. Watch.
I'm not walking around like a water bottle with my feet stuck in the mud.
Oh, don't knock it till you try it. Hey, this is a fun way to move around. Look at me. Tex, why do you have your hands on your hips like that?
Gotta hang on to your guns. Only, don't have them right now. There you go, Ryan. Your water buffalo's got himself a stiff back, though.
Well, this isn't a bad way to move, I have to admit. It's quite therapeutic. But I don't want to carry around guns.
Oh, I admit that worries me too. Although, if I had owned a gun and I ran into the Wicked Witch of the West, I might have done a lot better in the Land of Oz.
Now hold up there. I don't know if I'd let you two strap on a pair of 6-shooters without a few lessons on the quick draw. I'm an expert at that.
Okay, if you're such an expert, where are your guns and point that quick draw somewhere else.
Can you teach us to shoot, Tex? Say, where are your guns anyways?
Unfortunately, I lost them with my second little cowpoke friend when we moved from Houston to Atlanta. Ain't seen them since.
Well, you're well traveled for a cowboy. I'll say that for you.
That was sort of rude, don't you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I think you're trying to insult my intelligence or something. But I don't want to get into a fight with you about it, even if you never left Chicago.
Hey, this is ridiculous. You're about to fight a battle over which battle to fight. We need to calm down.
Indiana's right. This is a time when all military can stick together and present a united front to the enemy.
Good idea. We just have to figure out who the enemy is. How do we do that? I'm ready to go.
Maybe we aren't supposed to be fighting just one battle. Maybe we're the people in charge of setting up the field and, we bring in cars and secret ammunition and stuff.
Well, if this is a battleground, we need to be on the lookout for mines and traps and snipers. Who's going to do that when we set up the field?
And what about air defense? We don't want to be attacked from above or behind without expecting it. We need some fighter jets in order to protect us from that.
Okay, guys, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're making all these plans and we still don't know who the enemy is.
Well, if there was no real enemy, my young owners always invented some.
True. Once my owner staged a house fight against the house cat. Boy, he sure could run. I got him in the head.
Really? Well, tell me, Big Shot, if you won against the cat, and why are there claw marks all over the back of your suit?
Wow, those are some real scratches. Just the right size and made by an angry cat.
That didn't happen during the battle. That happened later, when I garbled him. He staged an nocturnal assault.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. I am always on guard and ready for the enemy.
So what about those feathers on your fancy hat? What'd you do? You happen to eat pheasant for lunch? Raw pheasant? Admit it, you were attacked by a bird.
Ah, that's funny. Someone called Alfred Hitchcock. Indiana Jones was very so tough.
Yeah, when one day I was left out on the patio, and while I was out there, a bird came and roosted on me. I couldn't get to my whip or my pistol. I was helpless. It was nearly a day before my owner came and rescued me.
Consider yourself lucky. There are many worse things a bird could have left on your hat than a few feathers.
Hey guys, don't you think we're getting a little off track? We still don't know who we're fighting, what weapons we're going to use, and where the battle's going to be.
He does have a point. We need to make a plan. First, we decide who the enemy is. I say we defend our parameters.
Great idea. I can help with that. And of course, we need to think about air support and attack from the sky.
Now you're talking. We also need to do this all together if we listen to the same music.
You know, Barbie, I've been giving it some real thought, and I've decided it might not be so bad to move out by a collective.
After all your fuss, now you think that'd be okay? And why is that, may I ask?
Well, think about it. If children buy us, they will mess up our hair, ruin our clothes, and overwind us to make us dance.
Stop. You're repeating all my worst nightmares. I really want new owners, but you're painting a really messy future.
I thought dolls didn't have nightmares, Barbie. Now, if we are bought by a collector, we get to grace a mirror somewhere, be the subject of these man-made brains, and every once in a while, they'll wind us up to do a little bit.
They will wind you up. I am not a wind-up doll. However, Barbies are frequently collectibles, and we always dress up around.
Jeez, I forgot how fantastic you are. Loosen up, learn to do the Charleston. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I am not dancing with you. Go dance with one of those soldiers over there. Darcy, go dance with that Scotsman.
Not on your life. I don't trust those military types. And as for old Mac over there, yeah, well, I have a strict policy to never dance with a guy with a prettier skirt than mine.
Do you ever think about the other toys on the shelf? Do they hope that they'll find new owners soon?
Well, I try not to think about them. I try not to even think about you. All you are is competition for the best buyers. I think I stand out. But what if they were to want a soldier or a cowboy? Or worst of all, what if they were to pick that southern belle over me?
Don't be ridiculous. I don't see how they would choose anyone else.
You really think so?
Oh, sure. I don't know how anyone could choose another doll when they could have one of us.
Well, if you say so.
But then again, a jungle man might beat us all out.
Oh, I'm ready to be gone from this place. Where are the customers who are supposed to come and buy us?
Have a little patience, Mac. The right people will come along. Have a little patience. I just have to keep the hope that someone fine will come along and recognize my finest points.
Yeah, but whoever they are, they better be ready to take hold of us. We stick together.
Well, at least you have someone to go with. Looks like I'm going to be spending the rest of my days alone. You best watch out, though. Who's going to want both of you?
Well, we each have our own unique qualities. I, for example, have this beautiful costume. And of course, there's my fan and my beautiful face. I would grace anyone's home.
And who wouldn't want a doll that can do a Tarzan yell? Also, I can sing a treat. You want to see?
Please, spare us. What would you be doing in the jungle anyway? I thought you were supposed to be educated.
You can't take the jungle out completely, Mac. It's what makes him the unique fella he is. Isn't he just a wonder? Who can resist us?
I can. I don't care who buys them. Just so they have a woman doll that I can give my heart to.
But what if some child buys you and they don't care about your romantic fantasies? And what if you're just roaming around the Scottish Highlands with no lassies with you?
Everett, don't be mean. He can't help it if he's not as dashing as you are, or as fascinating as I am. He'll have to take his chances.
You two are supposed to be helpful. And so far, I've had more help from the ballet dancer who comes through once in a while.
All she does is come through and dance. She barely even takes the time to look at you.
Yes, that doesn't seem so very supportive to me, Mac.
Exactly. And she's easier to look at than either of you.
I resent that attitude. Everett, are you gonna let him get away with that?
Maybe when I was Tarzan, I would have tussled over him. But now I am too educated for that.
Well, now that you all got the cowboy walk down, I think we can move on. Although, Dorothy, you need a little more swing in your hips.
Don't tell me how to swim my hips. I'm doing a perfectly respectful job of it here.
So is that it? Now that we can walk like cowboys, or are you for kids to play with us like cowboys?
Hold up there, Hoss. You're only halfway there. Y'all can walk like cowboys, but you still talk like a city boy from Chicago and a girl from Kansas.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the way I speak.
Well, you don't sound too much like a cowboy.
Yeah, well, you don't sound too much like one either. That's all right. Y'all just need to listen to me, and I can teach you just about this.
I don't think I belong in cowboy country. In the first place, I'm not a cowboy.
Yeah, point. We could call you a cow person. That's a lot more gender neutral.
Why don't you just call her a cowgirl? She's a girl. Isn't she trying to be a cowgirl?
All I really want is to return to Kansas and find my little dog Toto. Isn't that a possibility? Why do I have to change myself to do that?
Well, we'd have to cover a lot of country to try to find that little critter. It'd take us a long time to get back to the ranch, so I don't think we can get her done.
You gotta work on that, but it's getting good. Better.
It's ridiculous. You sound like you're trying too hard. And you walk like you have a rash on your butt. And whoever heard of a cowboy named Ryan?
Well, I think my walk and talk is pretty fine. I guess I have to agree about the name. Ryan's a good name for a corporate lawyer, not much of a name for a cowpoke. What do you think about it, Tex?
Well, I gotta agree with you on that one. I got my name from the great state of Texas. Although I can't think that Chicago or Illinois would be a good name for you.
What about USA? He's from the USA. That might be a good cowboy name.
I can't go around telling people my name is USA. That just sounds stupid.
What about Colorado?
No, that's dumb. He's not from Colorado. I know. We can call you Oz.
Well, she has a point. I'm not from Colorado. I don't want to be Oz either. That is a stupid name. I think the best possible name would be Douglas.
Douglas? What kind of cowboy name is that?
Boy, don't complain about my ideas, Douglas.
Well, I guess I think my walk and talk is good enough. Who needs a cowboy name anyway?
Yeah, no sense in getting into a fight with you, Douglas.
Okay, I've set up some walls to protect us from the rear. Prepared for a frontal attack.
I've laid a string of mines across the front of the field. That should protect us from attack in the front.
Great. I want to set up some ground-to-air missiles, so if I could get the maps for the breaks in the wall and the maps for the mines, that'd be great.
I'll get that map to you real soon. I just need to make a few changes to it.
You didn't make a map for the wall breaks, did you, smart guy? Wow, that was not thinking ahead.
Good. Well, at least you made a map for the mines. Can I see it?
I'd like to look at that map too.
Here you go, a map of the whole battlefield.
Well, this is the map, but there's no marks on it. What are you doing?
Ha! There are no marks. You didn't make a map either. Boy, don't ever get mad at me for not doing the job right. You're no better.
I meant to mark it. I still can. Just give it back and I'll go mark down all the lines.
And how exactly are you going to do that? Ask them to raise their hands?
I'll go along and watch this. I want to see how the master works. How will you proceed, Joe?
Very carefully, if you must know.
Guys, don't you think we're wasting our time here? I don't even know if there'll be a battle after all.
No war? Isn't that what dolls like us are for?
What will we do without a war? There won't be any use for us then.
I'm just saying, we might get, maybe Boston and our new owners will have their own uses for us.
You do have a point, and besides, I never did much like the idea of having a war here.
Yeah, there really isn't much territory here to defend. It's better off we just wait for new owners, new adventures.
I will admit, I'll miss you guys. You've really adopted our measures.
Can you hear that music? Can you both hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. It's such beautiful music. We can't have a war now.
Last time I heard that music, there she is.
Oh, she's so beautiful. And look, someone's buying her. I'm going to.
How are you gonna do that?
Well, I'm going to take my box and jump in the bag with her. See you later. Best of luck. Wake up, Lassie!
Well, would you look at that? Here comes a little girl and she's looking right at me. Everett, come with me.
Oh, but no little girl is going to want a Tarzan doll. But wait, she has a brother. Oh, I'm coming, little fella.
Looky there, there's a couple little cowpokes just ready to take us, Douglas. We're sure to go now.
I'm for you too. Bye, Dorothy. Hope you find a good owner.
Do you see that Wizard of Oz collector over there? He's looking right at me. And he's got a Toto doll too. Oh, there's no place like home.
Perfect. Here comes a collector of 1930s memorabilia. here I go with no more words from me.
Look at that youngster headed my way. I'm ready for new adventures. I'll make my break this time.
Oh, look, it can't be. Look at the spaceship that boy has. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. What is one super for the rebellion?
Oh, is my lipstick okay? There's a collector coming right for me. He's got the most wonderful looking ballroom pen doll. See ya.
Well, the shelf is empty now, but I see one more lady headed my way, and she looks like the type to buy a 1920s model. And plus, how could anybody resist a group like us? We're literally a bunch of living dolls.